turn up the bass. They love it when I turn up the bass. They love it when I turn up the bass. They love it when I turn up the bass.
my state, this is my team. You know what that means. This is for the black and blue that I bleed. This is for the chance to bring home that ring. But everybody gonna doubt this. So far there ain't been another way around it. We bring heat to the game each week. They just say we ain't got what it takes, we ain't bout it. Well, y'all can just keep saying that we ain't gonna make it, but at the end of the day, this will be the Panthers nation. You know, this ain't a game to us major players at every angle that you can think of. That's why you hate us. Get out the way of greatness. You can look at our faces and see the blood, sweat, and tears that it took to create this. Yeah, I know what you're thinking, but you can save it. Cause even on the darkest of days, you know we're always gonna find a way to tell them what we gon' do, we gotta.
All right, guys. What is up, Keep Pounding Nation? Keep Pounding Crew, whatever you want to be called. Today, we're going to be looking at, first of all, footage of training camp. Secondly, we're going to be looking at Camp Confidential. So, hopefully the sound quality will be good for this. So if you have seen Camp Confidential already, the video that came out, then, stick around if you want. But if you have not, this is the place to check it out. I know at least 2 other streamers were actually checking it out on stream. So that's what's up. I know one of them was having technical difficulties with the sound, so there you go. In the meantime, I'm also watching NFL Network, and I'm watching the Eagles and the Steelers preseason game. So I'm kind of taking notes there too, just to see what's going on. So I'm excited to check that out. So if you hear a little bit of noise in the background, that's what's going on. I'm not sure how many of you guys actually got a chance to check out the Eagles and Steelers game, but I've got both their rosters open right now on my screen. So I'm going to be looking at a bit of Jalen Hurts and just checking out the Eagles, because the Eagles is going to be one of those very important games this year that could make or break our season. So we need to keep a very close eye on that. It does appear that Avery is playing at linebacker for them. And I'm kind of looking over that roster right now. The Eagles defensive roster. Very nice tackle. Yeah. I can't show the screen, guys, because I'll get flagged for that, but, copyright stuff. But I can definitely let you guys listen to it. Schuster. He's still around, huh? God, guys. Ben Roethlisberger's 39. Can you believe that? He's not the tank that he used to be, though. I will say that. Is that Fletcher Cox? Yeah, it's Fletcher Cox. Okay. That is nuts. Wow. Yeah, no kidding, he was wide open. There wasn't an Eagle defender in miles from that player. They were all looking for the deep pass. Goodness gracious. Alright, so safety Anthony Harris is the most notable one that they've added. And Ryan Kerrigan. Interesting. That's holding. That's coming back. Yeah. That's holding. I saw it. Mm-hmm. Wow. Hmm. Alright, I am pulling up that roster right now for the Eagles D. I want to see what we're dealing with this year. You got Fletcher Cox. You got Javon Hargrove at defensive tackle. Alex Singleton. Anthony Harris is going to be a big name that we're going to be dealing with the Eagles. Steven Nelson. As of right now, that pass coverage looks soft. It looks really buttery soft right now. Again, it's preseason, but they're getting a lot of passes, just short little dump-off passes without a problem. And while that's still a good thing, you're not giving up deep passes, but still, that Steelers offense knows how to move the chains without doing that. And that's what makes them dangerous. We're going to be dealing with them in 3 weeks in preseason. So, the reason I'm interested in this game in particular is because the Steelers are so well adept with talent, that will test you at every level. And that's been the case in every year in preseason. Now, does that translate to regular season? Not necessarily. Ooh! What a hit. Yeah, there's no way you're completing that one. Yep, everybody's well covered. Nice play, dude. Harris is going to be a problem. He's really good at diagnosing those short passes and getting there quickly, which is going to be a problem when we end up playing him. I think it's week 6 that we play him. I got to double check. but I believe so. Let me look it up real quick. We'll also look at the team observations from today as well. As of right now, what week do we actually have the Eagles? Week 5. Okay. So it's week 5, right after the Cowboys, play them at home. And this Eagles team is very, very tricky to diagnose. Because there's so many areas where they really need help, but they still have a few weapons too. Which makes things real interesting. And that's the other reason why I wanted to watch this team. So I wanted to see what we're doing with completely, all the way down the depth chart. Because if any of these guys get hurt, here comes the next man up. One thing I noticed while looking at this depth chart is Zach Ertz is actually second on the tight end list. I'm looking at that right now. This is the most updated one from this year. And that's a surprise to me. You got Joe Flacco in second string at quarterback. Other than that, nothing really stands out to me at the moment. But, sounds good. That's my mom here in the background. Yeah, go for it.
Won't hurt you?
No, shouldn't. It's my mom in the background. You guys are hearing them. It's all good. Guess you're wondering about that. So I'm looking at, mostly Darius Slay at corner is going to be the most dangerous one we're going to have to deal with at corner. Now, this game catches my eye. And I want to see what this Eagles offense can do here. And then we'll get into all this stuff. Alright, guys? Oh! Wow. That's interesting watching, yeah, Watson burned it. No doubt about it. Watkins, 7 catches, 106 yards, 15.1 average, 1 touchdown last year. Stupid nap. There we go. There we go. There's Zach. Dude, Ertz is such a huge target. Look at him. Dude is a tank. He's an absolute tank. I don't even know how you're going to defend him. He's going to eat so much on our linebackers in week 5. It's not even going to be funny. If you've got Zach Ertz and our linebacking crew looks like it does right now in week 5, start him in fantasy. I'm serious. don't even hesitate. Start him. The only thing that's going to stop him is our corners at that point. Hurts is going to use Zach Ertz as much as possible in week 5. I can see that already. The problem with the Eagles' offense is their offensive line. Because, I mean, look at the Steelers' pressure right now. It's really tough for Hurts to get rid of that ball. So, yeah, we'll need to double up Zach and make sure that he can't get, like, a ton of yards on us. That might mean leaving a couple of assignments to do that, which I don't want to see happen typically, but yeah, how else are you going to deal with one of the top 3 tight ends in the game right now? Honestly, we gotta have Perryman back. Ooh, away from it. I just think this game's interesting for that reason, though. So yeah, let's go over the notes from today at training camp. Let me bring that up so we can do that. Camp observations. There we go. All right. And I will put that up on the screen for you guys. Just a moment. Sorry about the quality of the stream. You know, it is what it is. Okay, so we've got Rule says he's pleased with a number of things about his team after the first season with another team. And he made it clear afterwards how he felt. Specifically, when he talked to reporters, he mentioned a sluggish start on offense. If you've been paying attention to camp lately, what else is new, right? He spent the entire practice with that side of the ball, along with a number of other issues. Near the top of the list was a bad day for his receivers. And that's supposed to be a strength for this team. We'll get into some of that footage in just a few minutes, but they showed us in that 20-minute reel some one-on-ones with the wide receivers versus their corners. But we'll take a look at that in a minute. So, not real happy with our receivers today. Not a lot of discipline in terms of route running, run depths, and a lot of missed assignments today. Put a lot of pressure on quarterbacks to adjust to guys not running routes at the right depth. That really makes you think, doesn't it? I don't know what to think about that right at the moment. But we are going to continue on. He went on, but the point was it wasn't nearly as sharp as they were hoping it would be. That's one of the reasons we came here, to see how far away we are from them. The answer is fair amount. And the players realized that what was coming when they came back downtown to the Indianapolis hotel, about 45-minute bus ride away, anticipating there would be a considerable amount of discussion of what went wrong and how to fix it. Backup quarter P.J. Walker acknowledged as much when he said, saying he was surprised when they came out as flat as they did. I saw that interview with PJ, by the way, in the presser. As a team, we got to sit down and talk about the opportunities we have and take advantage of them every day. The team won't be the same in a couple of weeks. I thought the way we approached the last couple of days, practice has been intense. Guys have been flying around and getting better every day as well. For us to take a step back today, I feel like we need to come out here tomorrow and take 2 steps forward. Y'all hear that right? That's PJ. That's PJ talking right there. Everybody else has been very vocal in what they've said, trying to get our team rallied up and doing what they're supposed to be doing. But no, this is PJ. This is our third string quarterback saying this right now. He said, quote, "For us to take a step back today, I feel like we need to come out here tomorrow and take 2 steps forward." Wow. Now, y'all know it's bad when we hear that from our third string quarterback. That's what we should be hearing from Sam Darnold, not PJ. If we're going to hear it from a quarterback. Mostly we should be hearing that from a coach, not a quarterback. Especially not a third string quarterback. I mean, what? Come on, man. P.J. Walker said we were flat. That's how y'all know we sunk to the bottom today on offense. That's how y'all know we choked. That's not good. That's real bad, guys. I thought Sam was the least of our problems. The main thing was Sam, don't turn it over, protect the ball. Now, where have we heard that one before? Just about everybody said that when Sam Darnold came here to the Panthers, right? Everybody. That's not new. That's not a new problem. So, just a play or two away from a couple of deep balls. We just got to connect on those. And what have I been saying on the deep balls, guys? P.J. Walker's been overthrowing them. Will Greer's been throwing picks. When he hasn't been connecting and throwing some rainbow passes, he throws picks. He underthrows it. I mean, this is just a continuation of last year's camp, really, for the two of them. Except that P.J. Walker has gotten a lot worse with his overthrows. A lot worse, considerably worse, noticeably. And again, with PJ saying that we came out flat. That's the worst quarterback on our roster right now saying that. That's unacceptable. That is unacceptable. To hear that from PJ. You know what I'm saying? Like, these wide receivers have got to get it together tomorrow. I don't want to read that type of stuff again. Especially not from PJ. I don't want to hear any of our quarterbacks saying that. I need to see some fire from these guys. Some competitive heat. You know, these guys are tired of hitting each other. It's time. We got another team that we are hitting against now. That we're going to be playing against on Sunday. Y'all can't get it together? Come on, man. Y'all killing me with this. We have not had a single problem at all with the wide receivers thus far. Granted, a few random drops, from wide receivers. We saw one of them in the 20-minute footage. Beyond that, I haven't seen anything wrong with these wide receivers today. Nothing. Up until today. Rest of camp, they've been on fire. I haven't seen a single. I don't remember seeing a single drop yesterday. The other day. The other day while I was out there. I don't remember seeing one. Do y'all? Help me out here. I don't remember seeing one. So, left tackle Cameron Irving was back after missing the last 2 days of practice at Spartanburg with a shoulder injury, but he wasn't taking the normal load of reps. Dennis Daly, here's the man I wanted to hear about. Because I heard he didn't make the trip up to Indy. So what's going on with him? Dennis Daly, who could compete for a spot or a tackle or a starting guard spot, didn't make the trip as he was excused for a family. Oh, okay, family matter. Gotcha. That left an odd lot of players being used in new combinations. We were also using Taylor Moton at left tackle instead of right for a little bit. Hope that satisfies everybody that wanted him over at left, but it's not permanent. Keep that in mind, it's not permanent. They were rolling new guys through drills every few plays, so it wasn't necessarily conducted to a cohesive performance. Oof. That language in there, right there. Cohesive performance. Man. I'm also simultaneously watching this Eagles game here too, and Joe Flacco just came in. This is a pre-recorded game, so just seeing how Joe's doing against that Steelers D. Yeah, that wasn't too bad. Alright. I'm going to get back to this. Okay, Sam Tacklenberg worked with the ones at center rather than moving left guard Pat Eflin inside, as he has been the cause of most. It's been the case of most of camp when Paradis wasn't in. Okay, so with that much mixing and matching, you can expect to have rough spots on one snap. Running back Christian McCaffrey was behind the second offensive line, and he was swallowed in the backfield by a Colts defensive line that is talented at the top as well as deep. J.C. Horn mixed it up with corner Michael Pittman. Taking a swing before they were separated. Oof. There it is. Everybody was waiting on that fight to happen between one of our players and theirs. There it is. Horn has a reputation as a physical player, and you can sense that opposing receivers may try to goad him into things. Steve Smith used to do that to corners all the time, particularly the young and confident ones. Horn has to be ready for that kind of treatment. Yeah, man, like, these pros are going to do that, man. That's just what they do. Tight end Dan Arnold was a tall target across the middle, particularly big one. Not a particular big one. Okay. He took savage beating from the Colts, according to a number of hard shots on the day. At least once he lost the ball after a hit. It was a rough day for a guy who has been an exceptional camp otherwise, and one they're continuing to add to the offense. This is just another example of how they played flat today. And there's the list of all the players that didn't make the trip. You know, Perryman being one of them. Miles Hartsfield. Excuse me. New linebacker Josh Burns was out on the field Thursday wearing the rather unconventional number 32. And Big Cat did a really good breakdown of Burns. So if you guys want to check that out, go to his channel and check that video out. But as far as I know, he said he's moving all his analytical videos to Patreon. So, you know, don't expect those to stay up. But I really was impressed by it. He did his homework on this dude. And he did say that if you expect him to be a reactionary linebacker, he is not that at all. And he showed about 4 different clips of him, which I agree with. You know, I think Big Cat was right on the money on it. Yeah. If he diagnoses a play correctly, he is 100% honed in on it. If he diagnoses it incorrectly, you know, if he thinks it's a run and it ends up being a pass, you're screwed. So, yeah, that's one thing we need to be watching for him. I think put him in situational football. I agree with Big Cat on that, based on what he has put out there. All the 40s and 50s are either occupied or retired on the shelf. Okay. Don't care about a starting number. Frank Rich spent some time talking to Rule and Panthers veteran leaders about the structure of the day. And basically that's it. So, really, what we should take away from that is that the offense was flat. And the fact that PJ was the one that mentioned it stood out to me. That's the 2 things that stood out to me. The second string offensive line also was one thing that stood out to me. The fact that Christian McCaffrey got beat up in the backfield. That's not good. Our O-line has been shifting around. We have not had everybody out there consistently, you know. And I understand family matters. I do. But we got to get these guys out here on a consistent basis where we can figure out what these guys can do, what they can't do, and why. And if we have to keep playing musical chairs with this line before the end of preseason, and at the end of preseason we're still playing musical chairs, guess what we're going to be doing in the regular season? Musical chairs. That's exactly our problem for 5 years. Tell me I'm wrong. Because I can prove that I'm right. I don't like it. I don't like it. The injuries continue on this offensive line. It's not good. But at least it's happening now during preseason and not during regular season. Thank God for that. Y'all know how many times that is translated into regular season and it has screwed us. But at least it's happening in preseason. This time. Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. Since that Eagles D-line finally forced a fourth down there. Not bad. That's a 4-man rush right there. One of them broke a double team. Interesting. You know, you got Martez Sweat on that team as well. All right. So I wanted to get that article talked about right there. You know, before anything else. Since for some reason my laptop is not charging right now, what I'm going to do is reset the stream once I've got a safe place to do so. You know, with the proper outlet where it's charging. And then we're going to get into the footage from today, as well as the Camp Confidential video. So if you guys have not seen the Camp Confidential video, stick around for that second stream today where it restarts. Probably a few minutes after midnight, but if you're on the East Coast, if you have, stick around anyway. You might learn something new on the next watch through of it. You never know, right? That's how I am with movies. I always see something new every time I watch a movie. You know, especially Marvel and DC movies. You know, that's how I am. I always see something new every time I see them. I always spot something else. So you just never know, right? Alright, so we're going to reset that stream in just a few minutes, but hope y'all are having a great night. And we'll just get right into it, right out of the gate as soon as we reset.